For years, the Western music industry acted like it was the center of the universe, with non-English acts rarely getting a seat at the table. That is, until BTS came along and flipped the script entirely. This wasn't just another boy band phenomenon or a short-lived viral moment, this was a full-scale cultural shift. How did 7 men from a small South Korean company go from performing on tiny music show stages to selling out stadiums worldwide? To answer that question, let's break it all down. One of the biggest misconceptions about BTS' success in the West is the idea that they had to westernize their sound to make it. But in reality, they stuck to their Korean roots while incorporating diverse musical influences like hip-hop, R&B, and EDM. While K-pop has always been a genre that blends different styles, BTS took it a step further by ensuring their music felt genuine. Their lyrics, often deeply personal and introspective, resonated with listeners beyond just catchy hooks. While other K-pop groups sang about love and generic themes, BTS openly tackled issues like mental health, self-doubt, societal pressure, and youth struggles. Songs like Spring Day and The Truth Untold conveyed raw emotion, while anthems like Dope and Mic Drop showed their rebellious energy. Fans didn't just enjoy the music, they felt it. This emotional connection was key to breaking the language barrier. Rather than diluting their identity to fit a Western mold, BTS proved that authenticity transcends language. Their use of Korean lyrics didn't alienate international listeners. Instead, it invited them into their world. Fans eagerly translated songs, analyzed meanings, and embraced the cultural nuances embedded in BTS music. This approach not only strengthened their global fanbase, but also set them apart from other acts that tried too hard to cater to Western audiences, proving that true artistry doesn't need to conform, it simply needs to connect. BTS' success in the West wouldn't have been possible without social media, and they knew how to use it better than anyone. Unlike many K-pop groups whose social media presence is controlled by their company, BTS engaged with their fans directly. They posted behind-the-scenes moments, funny skits, heartfelt messages, and even struggles. Platforms like YouTube and V-Live Weavers helped BTS connect with international fans in a way that felt organic. This wasn't a label forcing interactions, it was 7 young men genuinely sharing their journey. The result? ARMYs became one of the most loyal and dedicated fandoms in history, not just streaming music but actively promoting BTS as if it were their full-time job. It also didn't hurt that BTS had a knack for going viral, because as far as I know, ARMYs ensured BTS stayed on the timeline constantly. Timing was everything. Before BTS, K-pop's attempts at breaking into the US market were largely through industry gatekeepers, big media appearances, radio play, and collabs with Western artists. But BTS' rise coincided with a major shift. The power of streaming and social media meant that artists no longer needed traditional radio play or media backing to succeed. Instead of begging Western gatekeepers for attention, BTS built their own empire. The 2017 performance at the American Music Awards was a game-changer. Suddenly, they weren't just that K-pop group, they were the group to watch. Instead of relying on industry execs, they relied on their fan base who streamed, trended, and dominated every platform. It also helped that Western media was shifting towards diversity. The demand for non-English music was growing, and BTS filled that gap perfectly. Unlike past K-pop acts that attempted to break into the West with English songs, BTS proved that you didn't need to sing in English to sell out stadiums or top the Billboard charts. Let's be real, some artists get their big breakthrough industry backing and major connections. BTS, they hustled. Coming from a small company bigot, before it became the HYBE powerhouse, they didn't have the luxury of media favoritism. They performed on tiny stages, handed out flyers for their own concerts, and spent years grinding before getting recognition. When they finally got global attention, they didn't sit back and enjoy the ride, they worked harder. They constantly released music, filmed content, and toured relentlessly. Their Love Yourself era solidified their presence in the West, but they didn't stop there. The Map of the Soul series, their Grammy performances, And their collaborations with Western artists like Halsey and Coldplay only expanded their reach. Their work ethic became part of their appeal. Fans saw their struggles, watched them grow, and respected their journey. It wasn't just about the music, it was about the story behind the success. At the end of the day, BTS global success wouldn't have been possible without ARMYs. Unlike many fandoms, ARMYs weren't just casual listeners, they were active participants in BTS' rise. They organized streaming parties, translated content for international fans, fought for radio play, and even crowd-funded projects to promote BTS worldwide. When Western media tried to dismiss BTS as a fad, ARMYs proved them wrong by consistently breaking records. When industry insiders refused to acknowledge their influence, ARMYs made sure BTS couldn't be ignored. This wasn't just about music. It was a movement. BTS' connection with their fans is deeper than most artists could ever dream of. Their genuine interactions, humble attitudes, and constant appreciation for their fans created an unbreakable bond. And that's something no amount of industry backing or marketing tricks can manufacture. BTS' success in the West wasn't accidental. It was a perfect blend of authenticity, strategy, hard work, and shifting industry trends. They didn't rely on the usual Western industry playbook, they rewrote it. By proving that non-English music could thrive internationally, they paved the way for other K-pop acts and global artists to follow. But what truly set BTS apart was their ability to connect, whether through music, social media, or their genuine personalities. They weren't just performers, they were storytellers, role models, and cultural icons. And no matter what happens in the future, their impact on the global music industry will be remembered for generations to come.